about that because I know that moms that can relate to me can 100% relate to me because we gain all this weight during our pregnancy because we're not taught to how to properly eat. Out of 5 pregnancies, I've only had one doctor talk about how to stay fit while pregnant and how to properly eat. So this picture is me pregnant with my 4th pregnancy, a super healthy pregnancy. I worked out almost every single day. I ate a super healthy, balanced diet. I did not overeat. I ate what I should be eating while being pregnant and I stayed healthy. And look at the difference. I don't look like I'm overweight. I just look like I'm pregnant, but it looks like I'm healthy, right?
Hi ladies, come and hit legs with me. I love to start with the heel elevated barbell squats. This is going to do wonders for your legs and your quads, chef's kiss. From there, you will catch me dancing in between my sets, especially when I add weight. I need something to keep me going, to keep me pumped, to add that fire in me so that I can kill that next set. So I add more weight on my next set, and baby, let's take a second. Look at those thighs and those glutes, babe. It matches. That's a mom bod for you.
Media influencer and fitness coach Gloria Zamora inspired busy women to get and stay fit. But behind the strength she exhibited on camera, her personal life was taking a hit. Zamora spoke out about her pending divorce to her thousands of followers just last week on the HERizon podcast.
Instead of you being supportive, you're over here trying to just bring me down.
On Saturday night, the 40-year-old alongside 43-year-old Hector Garduno was shot and killed outside a Fontana sushi restaurant. Investigators say Zamora's estranged husband, Thomas Alberto Tamayo Lizarraga, gunned down the two in the parking lot. The shooting caught the attention of several off-duty law enforcement officers in the area who responded to the sound of gunfire, including an off-duty San Bernardino County Sheriff's deputy.
Apparently he was driving on the street outside of the shopping center, made a U-turn at the light, and got out of his vehicle to confront the suspect.
Lizarraga was shot and killed during the confrontation. In a GoFundMe page set up for Zamora, her daughter stated that her mother was murdered by her stepdad. Both victims leave behind children. Zamora, a mother of 7, is described as a woman who uplifted others, while Garduno is remembered as a hardworking and devoted father of 4 girls.
Yo, face! Show your face, please, with sugar on top!
Hey, what's up, y'all? Y'all know my slogan. I don't know it all, but I know what I've been through. Now, before we get into this video, make sure you check us out on Patreon at www.patreon.com/hookah_anonymous. You guys been telling us to create one for the longest, so we recently created a community where we will upload videos that we can't share on YouTube due to their guidelines. We'll also be dropping the latest to there first, behind the scenes information that you wouldn't find anywhere else on our socials. So make sure you become a member, and after you do that, head over to our official Instagram page at hookah_anonymous and follow us there. Now without further ado, let's get into what you guys came here to see. Now, time after time on this platform, we stress the awareness of domestic violence issues stemming from not just women, but men as well. Situations involving either men or women have proved to be fatal, even though it's more common for women. It's an issue that's been going on for years, and it seems like no matter how much people get locked up, no matter what the penalization is for whatever, it continues to happen. So what can we do? Me personally, I feel like the only thing we can do is, at least on our behalf, is raise awareness and encourage anybody that's going through such things to nip it in the bud as soon as signs present themselves. Even on this platform, we have produced videos covering many cases that have shown that within DV incidents, there were always the red flags that they were ignored, whether it was threats, physical abuse, verbal abuse, etc. My motto is that whenever someone tells you who they are, believe them. And if they go as far as putting their hands on you, leave. No second chances, no nothing, because that second chance can possibly be fatal and there's no coming back. Throughout the years, we have seen how, for some reason, some people correlate arguing, fighting, and just plain toxicity as a means of someone loving you or caring more because they're doing so. But no, as an adult, we shouldn't be in such a careless mind state. Someone doing harm to you in any way, shape, or form is not a sign of love, and if you ask me, it's more of a warning than anything. With all that being said, we have a fatal case of a TikTok fitness influencer who tried to move on with her life and get away from a psycho ex-husband who just couldn't stand seeing her live without him. He would go as far as not only taking her life, but taking the life of her boyfriend as well, as they casually was out on the town enjoying themselves. That was unfortunate because he not only took her life, but he took someone else's life who didn't have anything to do with their situation. Just a man who was dating a woman that he found interesting. Now aside from that, it's also been a plot twist because according to some reports on the husband's behalf, it's more to the story than just him being jealous of her, leaving some people on social media wondering what really was the reason behind him crashing out. So we're going to get into how a fitness influencer lost her life at the hands of a jealous ex-husband, and y'all let us know what y'all think about everything that took place. Before we do, make sure you hit that thumbs up button so we can get this video into the algorithm, and if you're not subscribed to the platform already, make sure you do so now. Let's get into
We're
it.
learning more about what led to a deadly shooting spree over the weekend in the IE. 2 people were shot and killed outside a shopping center, followed by an off-duty deputy taking out the suspected gunman.
Gloria Zamora was a 40-year-old mom who was the mother to 6 children, ages ranging from 8 to 24 years old. She had her first child at only 16 years old, basically a child herself. She expressed how her mom struggled to take care of the household, including her and her brothers, and adding another mouth to feed in the house made matters worse. So by the age of 18, her mother told her that she had to collect food stamps because her trying to provide for everyone in the house, including her child, was beginning to weigh on her a lot. So Gloria had no choice but to go collect food stamps, helping to provide for the house. She states during her HERizon interview that the first check she received was only $500, and at that point, she realized that waiting for $500 in a single month to provide for herself and her kid and help around the house just wasn't going to cut it. She put herself through school and graduated as a nursing assistant, and this gave her the ability to find a better job opportunity to provide for herself and her child. She got married, but the marriage didn't work out due to infidelity issues between her and her first husband, and when she couldn't take it anymore, they got divorced. Out of that marriage, she had 3 kids. Not too long after that one, she would get married for the second time to a man by the name of Thomas Lizarraga, and prior to wanting a divorce, the two had been together for 16 years. Now that's a long time to be with someone, and just like every marriage or relationship, there's always going to be a problem because no one is perfect. Some problems bigger than others, but through good, bad, or indifferent, that's what marriage couples vow for. Now you go through things and get through them together. However, according to Gloria, the problems would get out of hand to the point where she no longer wanted to be with Thomas due to his abusive ways. Gloria was on a podcast called the HERizon Podcast just days before the shooting that was released on June 16th, 2025, speaking on the relationship she had with her ex-husband. She explained how she was abused verbally and physically in more turmoil that led to her getting out of the relationship that she was in. Also encouraging other women to leave their relationships while they can if they are in fact going through the same thing. She would say, quote, "Like a year and a half ago, that's when my whole second marriage started falling apart because obviously I'm dedicating time into fitness and trying to grow something. People started getting insecure and not allowing me to thrive in something that I'm just so passionate about. I felt like that person was just holding me back. I decided to end my second marriage, and that's when a lot of problems started." And it's safe to say that we don't think she knew that those problems would turn fatal.
Instead of you being supportive, you're over here trying to like just bring me down, tell me that I can't do this. You think you're all that? You think you're all that for you to go and work out and think that you can be on social media? Like, come on, man. Like, you're not even all that. Like, look, you have all these stretch marks. Like, really? Do you really think you're all that you can do that?
His insecurities are yelling to you.
Yes.
His projection is real.
Yes.
He's trying to bring you down so you don't leave.
Yes.
But what he doesn't understand is that you're pushing me more away. You're making me secure in my decision of leaving.
Gloria was a fitness influencer who amassed a huge social media following of 155,000 Instagram followers and over 85,000 followers on TikTok who gave hope to other moms, showing them how to snap their bodies back into shape after giving birth, giving them hope that it's not over for your body just because they gave birth and became moms. It was a rumor circulating on social media that she got her body done and is lying to her followers as some believe that she got her butt and hips done, but acting as if it's natural. Gloria admitted that she never had a BBL or did anything to her hips, and instead, she only got tummy tuck.
The only surgery you've had is just a 360 tummy tuck with lipo, the arms and lipo to my back. Other than that, you haven't had anything else.
No, I've always been algona. My hips are natural. A lot of people think that I did shit to my hips, but that's just natural. Like, I was born that way.
Because I'm sure people look at you and they judge you and they think that you have a BBL.
That I have a BBL and my hips are fake, and I don't. I don't even have BBL scars. Because if you have BBL scars, like you have the scars underneath your butt cheeks or you have them on top, I don't have that.
Right.
The doctor literally just cut me and lifted all that skin up.
Saturday, June 21st, 2025, Gloria would attend SUMMA SUSHI, a restaurant in South California located in the San Bernardino County community of Fontana. She was with a man by the name of Hector Garduno, who was 43 years old. According to reports, Hector was her business partner, and the two went to the sushi restaurant to discuss plans on opening up a fitness gym specially for women. However, other reports would say that Hector was more than just a business partner, but the two were dating instead. As they wrapped up the meeting and headed out to the parking lot at approximately 9:40 p.m., the two were met by gunfire as they were both shot by Gloria's husband at close range. After gunfire rang out, an off-duty sheriff deputy would hear the shots and proceeded to investigate where they came from. As he would see the suspect in the parking lot, he proceeded to shoot an unalived Thomas in the parking lot as well. Gloria and Hector was rushed to a local hospital where both of them were later pronounced deceased. Police say they don't know how the suspect knew that she was going to be at that location with her business partner, hoping that later investigations would reveal how. But judging from how everything transpired, my only guess would be that he was stalking and following them from earlier on in the day and waited for the perfect time to strike. Either that or somehow he managed to put a tracking device within her car, like an AirTag or something, seen a location and proceeded to go with the preconceived notion that he was going to take her life from the beginning. Pretty much it was premeditated. Only thing police do know at the time is that the two were at the restaurant for about an hour before leaving. They also are unsure of a motive, but they do know that it may have stemmed from the two being in a current divorce situation. Family members said Gloria was always hardworking, dedicated, and had a lot of plans for the future within her career. According to her daughter, 24-year-old Zamora, she said she didn't even get to see her mother Saturday. In fact, nobody got to see her because she was going to a business meeting. When it comes to the relationship the daughter witnessed between the ex and her mom, she would say, quote, "He was always very abusive to my mom. Mentally, physically, and emotionally abusive up until Saturday," which was the day before her mother was unalive. When it comes to Hector Garduno, he was a father of 4 daughters, and he was described as a man that was very loving, devoted, and hardworking. He's said to have lived his life with strength, was very family-oriented, and did everything he can to provide a great life for his daughters and family. He enjoyed the fruits of his labor and loved showing it off on social media, knowing how hard he worked, in which he's entitled to. Now here's the part where I also got to explain the other side of the story to y'all, because as y'all know, they say it's 3 sides to every story: yours, mine, and the truth. With that being said, it's rumored that Gloria and her husband was married for 16 years, and he's the one that did pay for her body more than just the tummy tuck that she admitted to getting. Also, allegedly she cheated on him with the same business partner she was at the restaurant with, and when he found out and confronted her about it, that's when she filed for divorce. Now, I'm gonna play a video to fill y'all in on everything instead. Shout out to I Believe in Me Life, and if y'all want more content from him, y'all go check him out on TikTok. Check this out.
Huge new update on this tragic story. Sit down because this is going to shock you and it's going to take a little bit of time. So if you need to save this video and watch it again to take it all in, because it's that deep. So Gloria Zamora was unalive by her husband of 16 years, Thomas Tamayo Lizarraga, tragically yesterday at a Fontana, California sushi bar, as she walked out with a man who she claimed was her business partner, Hector Garduno, a 43-year-old father of 4, very successful businessman. He was the owner of a construction company, owned many luxury cars, and as recently as April bought a very expensive vehicle. So he wasn't shy at all about displaying his wealth and making videos of himself paying for fancy clothes designer. So the tragedy in all of this is that 3 lives were ended needlessly. Both Gloria, Hector, as well as Thomas Lizarraga. I've received new information from a private source that knows the husband personally, and the story goes deep. Listen, these new allegations by a close source say that Hector wasn't just her business partner. He was in fact her lover. But before all of this, she was married to Tomas for 16 years. They had 3 kids together. Tomas worked his ass off for her and the kids. She had 3 other kids from a previous marriage. Allegedly, she was not happy with the way that she appeared, and he paid for all of her enhancement. She claims only a tummy tuck to her fans, but there's actually a list of things, a big one, with the source even going as far to allege that she even had a rib removed, and that's why her waist was so slim. The source alleges that it was in fact not a business meeting but a date, and this had been going on for months prior to this. Gloria Zamora claimed in a podcast that she had filed for divorce a year ago, but documents show that the first time she served him with divorce paperwork was 2 weeks ago, after he had caught her a previous time with Hector Ivan. He had gone to stay at a relative and was no longer living with Zamora. The family was extremely confused because he was there before this happened. And they would never see him doing something like this, as he was a loving father, hardworking man. He knew this relationship was going on, and sources say that this post was after he had caught them together, after he got served with divorce paper, and he felt that this caption was aimed at him. This is how I feel about the current situation with the I don't care and the finger. As well as from other stories of Hector Ivan, he felt he was being taunted by a wealthy, influential man that was now dating his wife, allegedly. 16 years of marriage is a long time. 3 kids together is something huge. 2 weeks of being served, and it gets deep. He's seeing these posts from a man he feels is taunting him. He had just come back from taking their children to Disneyland. Meanwhile, Gloria and Hector shared story where they were together at a video shoot for her, and that morning she had left the kids to go do a shoot where Hector accompanied, and the kids were messaging him, "Where's mom? He's been gone all day, we're hungry," and he simply lost it, Dad. This is according to the source, but I did some dig. Oh, and one more thing, she claimed that he had been physically abusive to her, but it seems like it's the other way around, as he was charged on January 11th of 2025 with infliction of corporal injury on spouse or cohabitant, which is basically DV. As you can see from the bottom, charge 273.5A. And allegedly the incident occurred because he was feeling something was wrong, something was going on, and he took her phone to check her phone, and she attacked him and then called the cops on him. Cops came, arrested her because he was all bruised up, allegedly. So it was interesting to see that she had been liking her post of himself working for quite some time. Posts with his dog, posts of him like this, as you can see. Post of him brandishing firearm. He seems to be a Second Amendment advocate, to say the least. She was liking a lot of his posts where he showed houses, called himself working. Now, this goes all the way back to February 19th of 2024, with that one being the latest. The source alleges as well that in February she spoke to him about starting a Noel because she could make so much money. This is when she started claiming that he was a hater and holding her back, and this was sometime around February, correlated with this post that Hector Ivan actually liked. So he had been liking her posts for a while as well, even liking ones where she was talking about getting hate on social media, basically showing his support to her, where she spoke of being a mother. So they did have like a thing going on in the like. Usually you like certain posts for certain reasons. All that being said, what should have happened, it doesn't matter, should not have happened. There is no reason for something like this to ever happen. Doesn't matter what. But these are the circumstances, allegedly. I will keep you posted as more information comes up.
So there you have it, y'all. Keep in mind, everything is alleged. Right now, we don't know what may have led this man to do what he did. All we know is that 3 lives are gone due to senseless violence. If Gloria's story is true, she felt that her partner didn't support her dream, and when she pursued it, that's when problems started, which is very common. Actually, more common than a lot of us think. It's inevitable that when you're chasing your goal, there's a lot of things that you will not have time for that you once did. Those things can include people. You don't have time or the energy to indulge in some of the things or people, places that you may have did in the past, and it may come off as selfish, but But in reality, you're just doing what you're passionate about. You may lose some friends or even family members on your journey, trying to accomplish something you've always been passionate about. But once again, that's just a part of the journey. The ones that understand will understand and support you no matter what. Those that don't need to be a part of the success when you get it. With that being said, never allow someone to hold you back. It's just unfortunate that in this situation, an ex-boyfriend couldn't stand it and took her life, and it's unfortunate because no one should play God just because they don't agree with something. Now, to be honest with you, I don't know the other story where they saying the husband did whatever he did. At the end of the day, that don't warrant anybody to take a life. With that being said, Gloria Zamora and Hector Garduno, rest in peace. Condolences to their family. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit that bell so you're notified every time I drop new content. And remember, as long as you keep on watching, I'ma keep on dropping. I'm out.